Welcome back to BS Movie Reviews, part 2 of
Night of the Demons.
That's actually what they sound like, too.
Yeah, it is. He's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, but which is actually what makes the movie kind of cheesy, but in the same breath, it makes it fun. But anyway, so they're at the place, and I think it's
Sal. Sal is the ex-boyfriend of Alice.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorite characters.
So the kids, the Chinese chick and the guy that we don't know, and Alice and Jay end up at the house first, and they go inside and they notice there's a coffin. They open it up and Sal's in there, and of course everybody's pissed off because it's a cheesy, campy horror film, so everybody gets pissed off over dumb shit.
Jay got really mad because someone pulled up and he was telling everyone to shut off their lights and hide, and he was going to hide in the coffin, and he went to open it, and Sal popped out, and he went to go deck him, and Alice is like, you just got mad because you had the idea and he beat it to you or whatever, eh?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So this is where they start getting the party going.
Yeah,
everyone's showing up. They turn on the music.
Yeah,
they start dancing
around. And right from the beginning, Roger, the black guy, he seems like he doesn't really
want to be there.
Yeah, he seems like he doesn't want to be there, and he just seems kind of distant and not having very much fun. And
he said his dad was a priest, so he's kind of got experience in this shit, and he knows you don't mess with the dead.
Yeah, and Leanna Quigley, every guy in the whole room is just wanting to fuck her, basically.
It's so obvious.
Yeah, and basically the Stooge is one of the characters that really brings funny, a hilarious element to the movie because he's such a retard. He just says the dumbest shit, eat a bowl of fuck and what does he say? Festering fuckwads, and it's just ridiculous. He says I don't know. You'll watch the movie. It's funny.
Yeah, you'll be laughing throughout the whole thing.
Pretty much.
A little scaredness.
Yeah. Well, it's just that it's not. Oh, by the way, the opening credits are cool too.
Yeah, they're actually a little interesting.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Is the movie? I think this movie tends to. It isn't so much a creep up behind you scare or a jump out at you scare. It's more just the general feeling of the movie that gets to you because it feels like if you're putting yourself in the situation of the characters, they're all trapped in a funeral home and they can't leave with all these fucking.
No matter how hard they try.
Yeah. So, needless to say, Angela wants to start playing party games because the music shuts off.
The music shuts off.
Their music just shuts off by itself. So they find a mirror and they start playing this game where they look in the mirror and if the glass fogs up, you can see your past life.
Yeah, it'll clear and then you'll see what you look like in your past life kind of thing.
Yeah, and the main character, Alice, after everybody kind of the plan fucks up, it didn't work, and then Alice looks in the mirror and she just sees her dead body hit the mirror.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Well, that wasn't Alice's body. It was that girl we can't think of her name.
Right. Yeah.
Because Alice was trying to comfort her, and Stooge was yelling or something.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was.
Stooge is just right mean to this chick. Just always calling her a bitch and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just this. What a dizzy bitch and shit.
Yeah. And I think when she was freaking out, his exact words were, "Man, see, I can't bring this bitch anywhere."
Yeah, no, I don't know, he's funny.
Yeah, but this is where the first demon comes into play.
Yeah, they're all chilling out, and all of a sudden Leanna Quigley kind of just perks up, and they're all smelling smells and stuff, and that's when
noises.
Yeah, and that's when Angela says this house isn't haunted, it's possessed. These are all signs of possession because they smelled the smell of feces and they felt a cold wind.
Yeah, well, and they were saying that a haunted house consists of spirits that were human form.
Yeah.
Possessed spirits have never lived human form. Yeah. They've only been a spirit.
Yeah.
And they are what we call demons.
Yeah. So, needless to say, they a couple of them go off to go fuck and. First Roger and the girl we can't remember her name
decide to leave
because they're like, fuck this. Roger's like, this isn't cool.
Yeah.
So, anyways, they go outside to get out of here, and they couldn't. Roger, they can't find the gate.
Can't find the gate back
and
out.
the
I'm
walls.
Sorry for yawning, you guys.
Yeah, it's late.
It's actually the mushrooms I'm on. When you start yawning, you know they're gonna kick in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're gonna be fucked tonight, man.
Yeah, I'm up all night, guys.
We had to do this review quick, so if he starts freaking out by the third part, that's why.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fucking they're looking to get beyond this wall, but the gate's gone. And then all of a sudden, the girl that's with Roger just fucking vanishes. And then he hears this voice go, Roger! And so he starts running because he's fucking freaked out, right?
And then locks himself in an abandoned car to try and hide from everything.
Yeah, and so basically that leads to the point where Angela is alone, or no, what's her name? Susan kisses Angela and releases part of the demons, whatever.
Yeah, so now they're both demonized.
Yeah, how many minutes? 8?
5.
Oh, 5? Jeez, I can't even tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, needless to they went to, so Angela's possessed. And,
this is where everyone kind of starts splitting up, which is a bad idea. If you're in a haunted place, a possessed place, don't split up, man. Everyone stay together.
Watch Amityville, you won't fucking leave. But anyways, Sal's sitting there kind of chilling out with Angela because Susan leaves the stooge. And all of a sudden, Angela just kind of starts like this music that comes on. Like it starts playing, and the strobe light starts going again, and she's
doing this freaky dance.
Yeah, she's doing this fucked up like devil dance, and it was actually it's one of the actually more unnerving parts of the movie, just because it's so weird.
Yeah, and Sal, he's sitting there watching her. He's starting to get a little freaked out, so he decides to try and leave, eh?
Yeah, and that's when Stooge comes along, and he goes to kiss her, and Angela bites his tongue off.
Yeah,
and there's some blood, and so it's now Stooge is possessed too.
I thought she bit his lips off, but
that could have been what it was. I don't know. He just kind of was covering his mouth.
Yeah, and there was lots of blood. It was probably his tongue because that would have been in her mouth.
Yeah,
that
she spit it out after.
Yeah.
So Stooge's night's ruined, but so they're all possessed, and now the Chinese chick and the one guy are pounding in a coffin.
Yeah.
And so Stooge comes up and starts slamming the coffin.
First he breaks the chick's neck, and then he tries to shut the thing, but he's like sticking his arm out.
Yeah, the guy's sticking his arm out. Like, you'd think he'd pull it back in after.
You would think, or at least sound a little more in pain for his arm being chopped off by flat wood.
Yeah,
he's just
flat wood.
He's like, ow, my arm, ow. And it's like, really?
Yeah, it's like, holy fuck.
Doesn't sound like it hurts that bad, bud.
And this is also there's also a point where right after that, Alice and her boyfriend, her boyfriend's trying to pound her, and she's
just give it to her.
And she's just fucking.
She doesn't want to do it. I believe she's a virgin, isn't she?
No, because her and Sal had sex.
No, I don't think they did. He implied it, and she got all pissed off, and she said, "We went out one night. I'm not that type of girl," kind of thing, and. So anyways, he gets pissed off and basically goes and leaves and runs into Susie Q, and she's like offering to have sex with him, so he does it.
Yeah.
And as he's pissed off and leaving, he shuts the door on Alice, and Alice is trapped in this room and can't get out.
Fucking room, right?
Yeah.
But when she goes to see Susan, Susan's okay, wait. Sal comes up and sees Susan first, and then he goes downstairs because he wants to leave.
Yeah.
And Angela's just sitting by the fire, and he says, "Well, Angela, I'm out of here, eh?" And so she goes, "Oh, that's okay." And she turns and she holds up her hands, and they're all on fire.
Yeah, she's like, "I was just warming up my hands," and she had them in the fire, and then lift them off, and Sal's like. And
so and so he's running away, and that's when Angela starts just looking trippy, and that's when Jay goes and.
Bones.
Yeah,
Susan. And Susan just starts freaking out. She's like, "Is my makeup okay? Do I look okay?" And then she leans back. She's like, "Don't look at me." And then she leans up, and he's like, "What are you talking about? Your hair's fine."
Stop looking at me!
Yeah, and then she's like a demon. And he's just like, And I think what happens is, she tightens up her pussy, because, all of a sudden, he's like, "Whoa!" You could tell it was his dick that hurt.
Yeah,
and then she just, sticks her thumbs on his eyeballs and just, pops them like little, gushers.
Yeah, basically, that's a perfect description. Yeah.
But so that was actually a pretty cool scene. I like that. It was a little gruesome.
Yeah, no,
And then later on, she says, "What, Alice? Aren't you happy to see your blind date?"
Yeah. I also wanted to mention that this movie is going to be remade in 2010. Shouldn't be called Night of the Demons, but it looks like it's going to be good in its own way. But it won't be the same at all.
No.
Shannon Elizabeth plays Angela. But anyways, part 3. 2 or 3.